Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, August 27th. We've got Scott Bradley with us from Carpet One Floor and Home. Good to have you here, Scott.
Thank you very much.
And you brought in some flooring today. You know, we've been dealing with this over the years, trying to stay environmentally friendly. And this is something that looks like a piece of wood floor, but in reality, what is it?
It's porcelain tile.
Porcelain tile.
It's porcelain tile, so...
And when I said, well, how is this environmentally friendly? And you immediately shot back at me, it is because...
We don't need to put it down with thin set. We don't have to use the mortar, between the tile and the substrate.
So how does it adhere to the floor?
They've created a locking system that goes over a very thin, dense cushion that helps to seat the product and to act as a sound barrier to give it a more solid sound underfoot.
Holding this is a pretty heavy plank. It looks like wood, but it comes in different colors of wood. You can have oak look or whatever. And you also said marble?
Yeah, they have some marble looks, and they're very good looks.
This thing is going to be, it'll last from here to eternity, probably. It won't wear out because it's so tough.
Correct.
Are there any other features that you wanted to mention about it?
I just want to say it's a very practical floor. Once we get the floor flat, there's no real limitations to it, and you get a superior product without the added weight to a structure that sometimes mortar can add.
Yeah, that's it. But this is very solid.
Yes.
And it's not going to crack. It's not going to break. And it really looks like wood. If you're seeing this on video or on YouTube, it looks like a piece of wood.
Yeah, it's waterproof. I've never seen it stained.
Oh, it won't stain.
Very easy to clean.
And it's pet-proof then.
Yeah, the grout to be used with this, you can't seal it because the sealer won't stick to it. Okay. I can testify to that.
All right. So if you want more information about this, you got any questions, you can just simply go down there or give Scott a call at Carpet One Floor and Home. This is environmentally friendly, and that's the big thing that we have been talking about over the years.
It takes about half as long to install a traditional tile floor.
Yeah, because you're not using that grout. Scott, thank you so much. Your telephone number is 449-0081. They're a friendly group of people who take good care of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. All right, now I've got my friend Dr. C.B. Chastain with us from MU College of Veterinary Medicine. Good to have you here, C.B.
Thanks, Paul.
You thought today we'd talk about hot weather concerns for our pets, both dogs and cats or any animals that are out of doors, right?
Right.
What's the biggest concern?
Well, they can't get rid of body heat like we do. They don't sweat. So dogs get rid of body heat by panting and cooling their tongue. So if, besides the fact the stress of heat, if they get dehydrated, if the humidity is high, if they have heart or lung problems, or if they have a short nose, all of those will make the susceptibility to hot weather even greater.
If your dog has a sharp nose, now is the humidity worse for the dogs than just the heat?
They're synergistic. They combine together and make it a lot worse. Kind of like people,
Yeah.
We can't sweat as well if the heat index is high.
What about cats?
Cats are similar. They have to be in real distress before they start panting. The way they normally cool themselves is to not move, and then the other one is they'll lick themselves to try to get some evaporation going on their body. And
So that's how a cat will cool itself? By licking itself?
yeah, but their first choice, their first intention is to find a cool place and not move. So.
Well, then why do cats like to lay in the sun? I mean, my cats love to go and lay in the sun. They will find a sunny window or sun shining in on the carpet, and they're all there.
If it's 70 degrees, that's their favorite place.
Yeah, we call that Kitty Beach.
Yeah.
Because they've all gone there and they're sunning themselves.
But if the heat index is 108, like it may be today, you're not going to find cats laying in the sun.
No, well, these are cats inside laying in the air conditioning in the sun.
Right.
But the main precaution that we need to take with our dogs when we're outside, let's say if we're going for a walk, and it's sunny, it's hot, and it's humid. Is there a point you should say it's just too hot to take the dog for a walk?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the risk is forced exercise. So if you're in good health and the dog is in good health, then you can usually judge by yourself whether it's going to be hard on them or not. But you still have to take rest breaks. And another thing you have to be careful of is you have to realize that they're walking on their bare feet.
Right.
So
and that pavement can be hot.
That pavement can be really hot. So when you stop and rest, you want to do that on the grass.
Exactly. But you would recommend that if it's in the 90s and the humidity is high, best thing to do is not take them for a walk at that point.
Or be extremely careful, yeah. And you also don't want to make sure you don't leave them in a car if the temperature's over 70 degrees.
You know, that you'd think that's common sense, but it's amazing. Sometimes people don't think of that.
Right. You don't want to tether dogs outside. Dogs should never be tethered anyway, but tethering them in hot weather's awful because they can't find a cool place to be. They may knock their water over and then they can't go get water. So that's awful. The signs, if they start getting stressed from the heat, what'll happen is they'll start panting frantically, and you can tell that their saliva is getting sticky and thick.
So what do you do? What can you do then at that point?
Well, that's relatively early, so if you can get them in air conditioning, that may be enough. If they get worse than that, if they vomit because they're so hot, then you need to run cool water over them with a garden hose or multiple buckets. You want to keep water moving over their body that's at a temperature lower than theirs.
To cool them off.
Not cold water, not ice water, but cool water.
Okay. The best thing and the common sense is just don't let them exercise vigorously in the hot weather. And if you care for your pet, keep them indoors in air conditioning.
Right.
All right. Dr. C.B. Chastain, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks, Bob.
From MU College of Veterinary Medicine. I appreciate your expertise.
Thank you.
Okay? We're out of time for today. If there's something you'd like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Simply drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Have yourself a nice day.